Hi, my name is Heather Stringfellow, and I run the Facebook page and YouTube channel Running Geek Girl. I started running about 5 or 6 years ago. I was in really bad shape. I was struggling with some severe postpartum depression after having a kid, and I just needed something to fit into my life to make me feel better. And I was challenged to run a 5K. I saw that there was a 5K in town supporting a charity that is something that's very near and dear to my heart. And I thought to myself, why couldn't I run a 5K? And so I started training for that, and it brought such an immediate change to my life, my mental well-being, my physical well-being, and it's something that I ended up sticking with. I love the fact that it challenges me, that it lets me set goals and reach them, which is something that I love doing. And so running has introduced me to this whole new lifestyle and a wonderful community of people. And it's something that I didn't realize that I needed, but I'm so glad that I found it. When I am getting ready for a race, it actually starts the day before. I try to go for a very easy 30-minute-ish run, usually in the shoes that I'm planning on wearing the next day, to make sure that there's no last-minute problems with those, because they have to be able to carry me through the next day. I keep careful watch over what I'm eating. I've been able to kind of zero in the last few years on things that I absolutely can't have the day before a race because it's going to affect my performance the next day. And then the day of the race, if it's very early in the morning, I have had to report to a race at 3, 4 in the morning before. If it's something that's early, I'll try to at least get some sort of carb into my system. I'll usually grab some sort of a protein bar or something, get a cup of coffee. If I've got a little time to spare, then I'll try to get some oatmeal in with probably some peanut butter and banana, and make sure that I get warmed up and stretched out, and that I'm at my corral in plenty of time to get myself situated and get my mind ready before the starting gun goes off. Believe it or not, despite the fact that I've been running for several years, I've never put all that much thought into recovery until recently. And I think that's just because it's only been within the last year or two that I've started taking on much longer and tougher runs, and a lot more strength training and exercising. So it's only been fairly recently that I've started looking into recovery after a run, because usually I would just, call it a day and take a shower and that would be it. And silly me, thought that was enough. But I've recently started looking at a lot of recovery drinks and protein shakes and things like that. So I definitely like to get rehydrated at the end of a run, especially with as warm as it gets where I live, making sure that my electrolytes are all refueled, making sure that I stretch properly, and making sure that everything is cooled down and back to a somewhat normal state before I try to move on with the shower and the rest of my day. Staying nutritionally healthy has been kind of a process over the last decade or so of my life. I've not always had the healthiest relationship with food. There were times where I'd have to think that I denied myself things that I enjoyed. I have since learned that I can enjoy things in moderation. I am a huge proponent of meal planning and prepping. I will plan my meals for up to a month in advance, so I know exactly what I'm going to eat, which helps me plan around exercises, long runs, races, and things like that, to make sure that I'm getting the nutrition that I need before I take on those activities. And I am a big proponent of, at the beginning of the week, spending about an hour or so prepping everything for the week, so that I can spend as little time as possible actually making the meals. I can just warm them up or just throw everything together. So It's definitely been a process. It's been kind of a challenge, but I've finally been able to kind of zero in on that. That's something that I plan on addressing on my channel before too long. I haven't done a whole lot on nutrition, and I always like to put a lot of research into things before I put them out on my channel. So that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to, is being able to share nutritional advice and things like that that I've learned on my channel in the upcoming days. Thank you for watching Hybrid Running. I've been Heather, Running Geek Girl, and you can check me out in the description below. And always remember to enjoy the run. So there are definitely 3 things that I like to share with people who are just starting out on their running journey. The first thing is, don't neglect your strength training. That's something that I did for a long time, thinking that just running more and more was going to make me a better runner. And really, you have to pay attention to your whole body in order to become a stronger and more efficient runner. So definitely make sure that you are doing some sort of strength training for the rest of your body as well. It definitely will help to reduce injury, and reducing injury is paramount in making sure that you can keep running. Second of all, I would share that you need to go at your own pace. And there are a lot of people that feel that they have to go a certain speed in order to be a runner, or that they have to finish a 5K, 10K, half marathon, marathon. You need to go where you feel comfortable and then find your edge and just push slightly past it. And the more you do that, the stronger you're going to become and the faster you're going to become. But don't let anybody tell you that you are not going fast enough when you are at your edge. You know where your limits are, so respect those boundaries. And the third thing that I want to tell people is, don't ever doubt that you are a runner. There are a lot of people who will be out there saying, well, if you have to take a walk break, you're not a runner. Or if you don't finish a 5K in under 30 minutes, then you're not a runner. And none of this is true. One thing that I found is that running has a place for everyone, no matter what your size is, no matter what your speed is, no matter what your physical abilities are. I am not a natural runner. I'm not a natural athlete, and everything that I've done, I've had to work very, very hard for. And there have been people along my way who have told me, well, you know, you had to finish a half marathon in this amount of time, and that's nothing to be proud of. But you know what? Just the fact that I finished a half marathon made me very proud. So don't let anybody dull your shine. Always remember that if you believe you are a runner, then you are a runner, and don't let anybody discourage you. Thank you for watching Hybrid Running. I've been Heather, Running Geek Girl, and you can check me out in the description below. And always remember to enjoy the run.